we have been reporting from day one that someone was on that water tower. And now 10 eyewitnesses, 10, have come forward to confirm that, yes, someone was on that water tower. So you can throw all these 10 people out. You can say, oh, they're just nuts. You know, they're just Trump supporters. They're just nuts. Or you could listen to them. Who was on that water tower the day that President Trump was shot? And now we have video of a figure, someone on that water tower. Now, initially, RSBN Network originally aired this wide-angle footage from their live stream on their X account during this day. We've now zoomed in and added some text so you can see a figure moving on top of this water tower. So take a look at your screen here.
George's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Now you see that figure disappear.
Wait.
Now you see that figure reemerge. Okay. Now the figure reemerges. So interesting, right? Now we're going to zoom in. You can see this dark figure at the very top here as President Trump is speaking right before the shots are fired. And then this person right after, about 4 seconds after the shots are fired, steps out. You can listen to the ducks out of the view.
And they had been right by the fence where the other shooter was. There was one I heard in the water tower. There was one by the fence.
And still, obviously, initial reports. But what we do know...
First crack of the gunfire, and I just screamed, it's the sniper, and he was firing down toward the water tower.
That's what we're hearing.
Gentleman behind me, I was one seat, he was to the right of me. He could see the sharpshooter behind Trump. He said the sharpshooter shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower here.
So unbelievable. And almost everyone in the chat is saying, I see it. Yes, I see it. I knew right from the beginning that this was suspect.
Yes, it is sort of Bigfoot-esque because it's such a zoom, right? Someone in the chat is saying this looks like Bigfoot, but it's clearly something moving of its own accord that is not an animal.
Large. It's not a bird,
right?
Which you wouldn't see. Some people are like, oh, no, because you see the X on the front of it, which is the painting. And maybe we can play it again here. How many of you guys in the chat want to see this again? So we're going to roll it again. I won't talk over it this time. I want you to watch, though, as this figure steps in and steps back. Right after the shots are fired, step right before, and then right after the shots are fired, 4 seconds after, steps back. Watch.
George's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Okay, water towers don't
that chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So that's what we have today on this water tower angle. Again, a number of eyewitnesses. It was started out as 2, then 3, then 4, now 10 eyewitnesses coming forward to confirm. And of course, people are asking, hey, whatever video you have, you were there. If you shot video, any angle, it doesn't matter. And even if you shot it an hour ahead of time, it doesn't matter. Please send in your video so that we can analyze it and take a look from different locations and angles to confirm all of this. Everyone had an iPhone.
Who's saying this? Every investigation now? We have 10.
Right.
So who specifically wants the video?
I do.
Oh, you.
I'm calling for it. I haven't seen anyone asking for it other than, it's just people on social media who want it. But
okay.
Well, at least we know that the congressional hearings they're going to have is going to clear this all up so that we know exactly what's going on. At least we have that confidence.
Well, right. So how many, though, do we have? It's hard to count now. We have the Senate Oversight. We have DHS, Department of Homeland Security. We have the FBI and Secret Service. And then the Biden administration has separately said that they will investigate. Have I missed any? So how do we have any confidence that this is overlapping use of our tax dollars because we can't trust any one of them? Well, so that's not awesome.
We have a redacted investigation, which is free because this show show is free, right? So
right. And
remember,
Speaker Johnson has also ordered a House investigation. So that's how many? 6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said they're going to be transparent with the American people. So, we have to take faith in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable video. Well, the senators finally got their private meeting with the FBI and the Secret Service, and we now know that Senator Marsha Blackburn says that the Secret Service knew about a threat prior to President Trump walking out on stage. That is confirmed. We know of a threat before the president comes out on stage. Why in the hell did you let him come out on stage? And also, why did you not let his team know about the threat? She learned this from a briefing with the Secret Service and the FBI, did Senator Marsha Blackburn. And now it's been confirmed that the Secret Service saw the shooter on the roof 20 minutes before he allegedly opened fire. And I say allegedly opened fire because I'm not convinced that he fired anything, to be honest with you. I'm not convinced that Thomas Matthew Crooks is the guy that we're even looking for. Maybe a part of it, but he's the alleged shooter. They saw him 20 minutes on the rooftop before he fired a shot. Watch.
The stunning new images tonight, the new details from the investigation into the assassination attempt on former President Trump. Video obtained by ABC station WTAE appearing to show the alleged gunman Thomas Crooks walking the perimeter of the rally about 1 hour before the former president was shot. And tonight, the FBI briefing lawmakers, and a disturbing timeline has now emerged. The gunman was actually identified as a person of interest 62 minutes before the first shots were fired. He approached security, but when he saw the magnetometers, he apparently backed away. And the Secret Service saw him on that roof a full 20 minutes before he fired at the former president.
Yeah, 20 minutes. And I see people in the chat saying 3 hours. Yeah, they reported he came initially 3 hours ahead of time. Also, we have independent verification that Trump campaign had sent out emails prior to the arrival of individuals coming to the event, and they were told under no uncertain circumstances, absolutely no bags. No bags are allowed to be brought in here. Nothing like that. And of course, we now know that he brought a backpack in. How did the Secret Service allow a person of interest to bring a backpack in? Not only that, a ladder and a rifle, but that's just a separate part of this whole story.
Here's the thing, just how batshit this is, that this guy didn't show up like a week before and plan this thing out. He's literally planning this assassination attempt right there in front of Secret Service. They're watching him do it. I mean, it's like you've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail when the guards are guarding the prince in the castle and he's like writing the note and he fires it out the window and they're just staring at him the whole time. It's like that's like what's going on. Yeah, exactly. This guy's like planning this assassination attempt right under the nose of Secret Service. They're watching him do it. And they do nothing. I mean, that just blows my mind.
Yeah, they have the video of him an hour ahead of time, just like walking the grounds. He's like, this building right here would be a really good spot.
He had a rangefinder on him. He was using a rangefinder that you use in golf to know how far to drive. So and they even the police mentioned that.
Exactly.
That's wild.
What's amazing to me, so again, to Philip's point, that's why this is leading me to believe. Again, this is me saying this, okay, leading me to believe all of these data points of him being there, being seen, he's wandering, he's almost trying to be as conspicuous as possible, right? So that we all believe, this is the guy. We want you to walk around. We want you to walk around so that, if people have cell phone cameras, just walk around and just kind of walk around so that later on we'll have video of you just kind of walking around. That's what this is leading me to believe right now. They wanted him to be as conspicuous as possible. Now, that's me speculating. Okay, we step out of the realm of facts here, which we've just shown you, to me speculating. But why else would he be walking around as a data point? We know that he goes through the magnetometer. He's got a backpack.
Let them see you. Yeah. Act suspicious.
Walk with a ladder. Walk with a gun.
Yes, you are the patsy, so play the role, please.
Yeah, people need to see you in order to be the patsy.
That's what it
Harvey
feels
Oswald.
like, right? And again, this is speculation at this point.
Yeah,
what we're talking about right now.
Anyway, so Senator Marsha Blackburn says, I just got off a briefing with the Secret Service, the FBI. I'm appalled to learn that the Secret Service knew about a threat prior to President Trump walking on stage. I have no confidence in the leadership of Director Cheadle and believe it's in the best interest of our nation if she steps down from her position. The Secret Service, of course, has blamed the failure on local police in Butler, Pennsylvania. They said they assigned the building where the shooter was to the local police, but then the local policeman told Fox News that was not true. So there's seems to be some consternation between local police, that could be state police, and the Secret Service. But ultimately, Secret Service has the day. They have the buck stops with the Secret Service. So you can blame it and point the fingers all you want. But if you're not marshaling your soldiers properly, that's a failure of you, the Secret Service. They say they were the only ones responsible for this. The local police says we're only responsible for traffic detail, which would mean the Secret Service is lying and, of course, pointing the fingers here. Of course, Cheadle is in hot water. I can't believe she still has a job at this point. As we reported yesterday here on the show from the Department of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas has basically been telling her to keep her mouth shut. Don't do interviews. Don't talk. They didn't want her testifying. Mm-hmm. They don't want her meeting right now with senators, which is unbelievable. And last night, though, for some strange reason, Kimberly Cheadle shows up at the Republican National Convention. So she's at the RNC in Milwaukee, and apparently she was holed up in a suite upstairs. And then she walks out and people saw her. They're like, wait a minute, that's the director of the Secret Service is here at the RNC? Talk about being conspicuous, right? Then senators saw her. They confronted her. She tried to run away from U.S. senators. John Barrasso, Marsha Blackburn. Watch this moment. She's trying to run up the stairs.
This is exactly what you were doing today.
This
on the call.
was an assassination attempt. You owe the people answers. You owe President
She's like, let me go up the stairs. Let me get away from these senators. It's not like they're just random people. They are senators of the United States asking her questions. They finally catch up to her, and they demanded answers. Listen to Senator Barrasso finally grilling her when she has nowhere else to run. Watch this.
Questions that we wanted to ask, we felt we didn't get any of the responses that were necessary from you. Very disappointed in your leadership. I have called for your resignation, and I'd rather you resign tonight or start answering our questions right now about the death threat to President Trump and allowing him to go on stage in Pennsylvania at a time when he'd already been alerted that there was somebody with a spotter, all these situations already identified an hour before, and you let him go on stage without the knowledge of him, the team on the ground, and you will put him within less than an inch of his life.
Unbelievable. Now, MSNBC... Go ahead.
If this doesn't show you that she doesn't make good decisions, I don't know what does. Where in what world would she think right after this happened that she would walk around at a Trump rally, basically, is what the RNC is now, and think that she was just going to, just walk around and hello, hey, everybody.
Yeah. Right.
Is she
Unless
there
the
to show
optics
leadership?
are, oh, wait, I got to make sure that Trump is safe.
So I'm here to make sure he's safe.
Right.
Yeah.
That
really?
makes no sense.
Is she ever involved in a field operation?
She could have avoided all that if she could run faster than a 19-minute mile.
And I think those stairs look pretty steep. That looked pretty dangerous walking up those stairs.
That was a slope. So that was a slope. So that's why she was so slow on those stairs. Secret Service agents can't go up slopes pretty fast.
Yeah.
The other piece, Joy Reid, MSNBC. Joy Reid, of course, nut job over at MSNBC. She tweeted out a video, not of her on the MSNBC set, but it was a private video where she's like, I'm not convinced President Trump was even shot. I think that we need answers. She said, I don't know that he was hit with a bullet. He might not have even been hit with a bullet. He might have just been hit with some piece of glass. He might not have been hit with anything. We don't know. We demand answers.
With a tortilla? Okay.
Maybe a tortilla chip.
Could have been.
Have you ever bit down hard on a tortilla chip?
No.
Might get a bloody mouth. So Joy Reid over at MSNBC thinks this is a conspiracy and maybe it was staged.
That's so interesting because she doesn't think COVID is a conspiracy. She didn't think the Hunter Biden laptop was a conspiracy. There's a lot of things she doesn't think are conspiracies when it doesn't fit the narrative.
Yeah, or she does think they're conspiracies.
But this, okay, got it. Play that out. Tell me. I'm interested.
Thanks, Joy Reid.
Yeah.